I don't think I talked about this clip, did I? I don't think I talked about this clip already. But this clip is from episode number 2478 of Joe Rogan Experience featuring Theo Vaughn. And in this particular clip, it's the famous clip where Rogan tells Theo that he's freaking out too much about the state of the world. He needs to take a chill pill, get off his antidepressants, and go hang out at the fucking mothership or something crazy like that, right? It's a really insane fucking clip. But I thought it's a great illustration of how far Joe has fallen. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of fucking sad to see. So let me quickly make sure this is the right clip. Bear with me 1 second here, but I think this is the right clip. Let me just make sure quickly it is. Bear with me a second here. Yeah, I think this is definitely the right clip. And then I also want to play this other clip of Joe at the fucking fights the other day, bumping into fucking Donald Trump, and Donald Trump telling him that he needs to get it together and start sucking him up a little bit more. Weird clip. Weird fucking clip. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, he tells him to fucking get it together. Stop being weird. Get it together. Start sucking me off more. Yeah, I've got that clip here. There we go. So we'll do these back to back because these are some big Rogan L's. Back to back Rogan L's here. This is Rogan and Theo. Theo basically having the same reaction I think most of us have. I tend to just avoid feeling the way that Theo does by just avoiding watching the news. I typically stay away from anything concerning the news, anything concerning politics. I don't engage with it whatsoever. Unless it's forced down my throat and I have to pay attention, I try to stay as far away from it as possible, because if you do spend any amount of time actually listening to politics, listening to the political news, watching it, reading it, getting a handle of what's going on around the world, it's very hard not to feel as disillusioned, as confused, as depressed, as anxiety ridden as Theo's sounding in this clip. It's impossible not to, because of the state of the world. Now, when it comes to Theo, there's a little bit of, it's a little bit hard to take him seriously in this topic, because he himself, along with Rogan and others, kind of played a role in this current administration doing what they're doing now over there in the States and the world at large. So you kind of have to bear some level of responsibility for the role that you played. But the fact that he's reacting the way that he's reacting to the state of the world is to be somewhat commended, considering that most of these guys are just triple downing on their positions and points of view and who they voted for when it came to the election and shit. At least he's having some sort of human reaction to what's going on around the world and acting like it's all just fucking normal. But I felt the way that Rogan gaslit him, crazy. The way that Rogan completely dismissed his feelings, gaslit him, tried to make it sound like it was all in his head and shit, was fucking insane, and tried to make it sound like the answers to all his troubles could be found in the fucking comedy mothership green room. Like, get fucked. Get fucked. This is not the Rogan that I fell in love with. This is not the Rogan that I was a fan of in the beginning. This guy is completely different. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Is the first couple of hits.
Yeah.
And you get that lightness of head, like, and then put them down.
Yeah.
The problem is you're always chasing that dragon and you never get it. That's why everybody loves the first cigarette of the day. They sit there with that first cigarette of the day and a cup of coffee and you're like, I got ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I got fucking ideas.
Write this down. Write this down.
You know, a lot of bands wrote most of their music on cigarettes. Like Tony was talking about Pink Floyd.
Dude, the Declaration of Independence people were probably hitting cigarettes back then.
For sure. They were smoking tobacco. Yeah. I don't know if they did pipes or what have you back then. I wonder when the cigarette was invented. Because if you think about it, like pipes and cigars, you don't inhale. You just take it in your mouth. But cigarettes, you like take into your lungs. I wonder when the first dude figured that you got to like suck it all in to get a full hit.
Probably. Yeah, for sure.
He wanted to suck everything.
Oh.
Cigarettes, bananas, what have you.
They were smoking cigarette, or just says drinking smoke, when Christopher Columbus and his crew discovered indigenous people in the Caribbean.
Oh, you mean Christopher Columbus was, or the indigenous people
Says
were?
they had observed indigenous people in the Caribbean, in quotes, drinking smoke.
Oh, yeah.
But this isn't going back. That's exactly
Probably
why I
drinking
brought it
and
up.
smoking. Crisco was off that shit, bro. He was off that shit,
Bro,
for sure.
did you ever read the things that Christopher Columbus did? when they came to America.
He was a boss, I heard.
He was an evil man.
Was
dude.
he?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
They would cut people's arms off if they didn't bring them the right amount of gold. They were killing babies. Like, they did some horrific shit, man.
Huh.
They did horrific shit to
Maybe
the people that they found.
You just finding this out now? Did Rogan just find out this today, or you just having a conversation? Hopefully he didn't just find this out. Hopefully not.
Because they found these people had gold. And, you know, they... Like, if you think about how crazy it is that Mexico speaks Spanish. You know how crazy that is? You know how crazy it is? That's so far away from Spain.
Oh, that's a good point.
They all speak Spanish and they're Catholic. Gee, where do you think that happened? Cortez.
Yeah.
That motherfucker showed up in the 1500s with like 600 dudes and 12 muskets. They had like 12. They didn't even have musket rifles. They had musket pistols.
He was a boss.
And they took over the whole fucking country.
I know.
Kind of crazy. Like, if you think about all these years later, they all speak Spanish now.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Do you have a gun?
Hey, Martinez.
Chris was my hero, brought Christ to the new America's emoji.
Pick up Hey Martinez.
Well, do you think we could do something like that now? Like, what do you think's going to happen,
With
Joe?
Iran?
No, just with, I mean, like, I feel like the shit that's happening out there is going to come here eventually.
Well, most certainly will. Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
He doesn't care. Rogan doesn't care. It most certainly will. I've got big enough balls. I've got a bunker. I've got my own private army. He doesn't give a single fuck. Yeah, it most probably will. And I will be nowhere near it. It most probably will, and I'll be nowhere near it. It will not affect me in the slightest.
if Homeland Security doesn't stop it in its tracks, and they're doing a great job of preventing a lot of them, you know, there's a lot of things that they catch that you don't even hear about that are like terror cells that they infiltrate, but they know there's people in this country. That was the most fucked up thing about people being all nonchalant about the border being wide open for 4 years.
Yeah.
Because men of military age entered into this country.
Yo, big up Ashley Cummins in the chat. Wagwan Princess.
From foreign countries, and we have no idea why. We don't know if they're just honest people looking to make a better life for them and their families, send money back home. That'd be best case scenario. But that's not all of them. So what percentage of them are terrorists? What percentage of them? It's not zero. It ain't zero.
Yeah. But what also, it's like, it's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel, and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us, and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man.
Isn't that rant reflective of the state of the world at the moment as it is now? Isn't that rant reflective of the state of the world we're living in right now? And isn't that rant something that we've all felt at one point in our life, especially in one point this year, the last 18 months or so? We've all felt similar, right? We've all felt similar things. If you pay attention to the news, if you're in tune with politics, if you're in tune with world affairs, if you observe the world around you and your place in it, it's hard not to feel the things that Theo has been feeling that's led him to, have this outburst. That's led him to say what he said here. But then Rogan's response to this impassioned outburst, this impassioned statement, this impassioned observation of the world, decree, whatever it may be, was
religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here.
We need to get you off these. Imagine how insulting that is. We need to get you off those antidepressants. What you mean? The things that are helping me stay alive, the medication that's helping me keep myself sane, the medication that's allowing me to be a functioning human being and make me feel somewhat normal. You want me to get off those medication and go to the comedy store and do what? Have shots. Talk about ticket sales in the green room. Gossip about comedians that we hate. That's going to somehow make me feel better about the state of the world. That's going to make me feel better about maybe some of the underlying guilt that I may feel if you're Theo for playing a part in, you know, getting fucking Trump elected in the first place. A green room is going to help me feel better about myself. A green room and no medication is going to help me feel better.
Just chill out at the mothership tonight.
I do have to pee in a little while, but
you can pee.
I'm gonna pee in a minute, man.
We'll let you.
But no, people are just scared, dude. This is shit that I hear from people.
They won't let you pee until you give them your guns.
Really?
That's how they're doing it now.
But what if you have to wash the black?
Bro, can he just go to Canada so fast? Like, please just go to Canada. Can he just go to Canada and just be disproven and be proven wrong about his assumptions? I get it. Maybe Canada is a little bit draconian in some way, shape, or form. Maybe Canada is a lot more similar to England in terms of how they are with free speech and stuff, right? But the way Brent Rogan goes on about Canada, like, bruh, can you just go first, please? Talks about Canada like it's fucking, like, what's that place in Handmaid's Tale? You know, like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, chill.
Face off the president. Can you fucking use a little bit of piss
you know,
to do
Canada
that?
had this big...
Yeah, dude.
They had this big gun thing, this law they passed where they made a bunch of guns illegal, and they found that only, I think it's a very small percentage of people. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood. Find out what percentage of people have complied.
They don't have any guns.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. They
Canada?
did. They used to. Well, a lot of hunters up there for sure. But there's a lot of recreational guns and handguns and self-defense weapons that people had that they recently made during...
that's the one. That's the one. Actually, coming. Yeah, Gilead. Yeah, that's the one. Rogan thinks Canada's Gilead. That's what he thinks it is. Fucking relax, man. Jesus Christ. At least go there and see for yourself, you fucking idiot. All he knows about Canada is stuff that he sees on social media, from like the fucking culture war stuff. He has no idea what goes on there day to day. Zero.
Castro's kid when he was running the country. When they recently...
And he also gets misled by fake news and AI slop all the fucking time. You know what I mean? And he's also got the worst people around him feeding him dumb information. Go see for it for yourself. Research it for yourself.
Made this ban.
I got to meet Castro one time.
So
Did I
here
tell you
it
that?
is. No, I want to hear that, but one second. But data provided by Public Safety Canada shows that of March
You don't care about no Castro.
27, 32,406 people signed up to participate in the program. They declared a total of 57,440 firearms, roughly 42% of what was projected. But they were talking about, you know who has it on his page is Coleon Noir.
Anyway, you get the gist. Rogan being an absolute dick to his friend Theo there. I didn't like it whatsoever. I thought it was very, very, very insulting, very dismissive, very condescending, passive aggressive, gaslighting. You know, it's horrible. Horrible. But, you know, he's the leader of the pack. He is Mr. Joe Rogan. He is the leader of the 250 group of special force comedians out there. So no one's ever going to call him out on his bullshit. But I thought that was a bullshit thing to do. Even if Theo is having a bit of an anxiety moment, an anxiety-riddled moment, sorry. As a friend, be there for them. You know what I mean? If your friend's having an anxiety attack, you don't start calling them out, teasing them, making fun of them, mocking them while they're going through it. You ease them through it. You help them through it. You hold their hand through it. You know? Rogan didn't do that. Awful. We continue. The worst clip has to be this one. Where Rogan says to Joe, you need to start acting right? During the UFC promotion over this past weekend. This is a fucking insane clip. Hopefully I don't get fucking copyright strike for this one.
Pleasure, sir. Welcome.
What did he say to him? He said, what did he say? He says, fuck, no, what did he say? He said something. What did he say? You need to do something. I forgot. Someone's got a transcript somewhere, right? He says, like, you need to, what did he say? Joker to Trump, but keep sending person. Look, trying to check Rogan. Yeah, he did check him actually. What did he say to him? He said something to him. The Iranian update. Someone's got the I saw a transcript somewhere. Maybe it's on the Rogan subreddit. Hold on, well, 1 second here. Maybe it's on the Rogan subreddit. Someone did say what he said here as a transcript. Maybe I'm missing it. All smiles from Good Rogan. Crazy. Oh, I think he said something about Barron. Barron's not happy with you. You just start stepping up or something. I think something about Barron. Barron Trump not being happy. I think that's what he said. I think so. Let me double check though. Bear with me a second here. Actual footage. Bada bing, bada boom. Bear with me a second here. Real quick, you need to get me on TFK. It's crazy. Kind of looks like at 1:20 Trump said something to him that made Toe stop smiling. It's cute. Trump must have given Dana Maduro. Bro, what the fuck? Let's see if I can find this is Trump, Joe Rogan, UFC. Someone must have it, right? What do you say? He says something here, doesn't he? Joe, okay, this is reunites. Let's see what this is in the Independent. Bear with me a second here. Hopefully I got this one right. Donald Trump and Joe Rogan were all smiles and handshakes. Ba 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 boom. Hold on, pause this. I hate these autoplay videos. Well, all smiles and handshakes. UFC 327. Trump arrived. They also greeted fellow MMA Daniel Cormier. Rogan's positive reaction to the president is at stark odds with his recent rhetoric. The podcaster who hosted Trump's successful show is part of a group of manosphere influencers helped return to the White House. However, Rogan has recently been much more critical of the president, especially on his ongoing war in Iran. Rogan also suggested that Trump's Operation Epic Fury campaign could drag the globe into World War III, warned the presidential advanced age may lead to further reckless behavior. That's spooky. Elsewhere, Rogan described himself. Okay, cool. It doesn't say what he actually said. Fucking hell. I swear someone said it. I saw the exchange. It said something about Barron. Motherfuckers. Let me see. Someone must have it here. Whatever the deportation. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Let's just move on. If I find out what he said, I'll put the clip in here. But it doesn't fucking matter.